I ordered some stuff from Target.com that just got delivered, which I need to pick up. But I want to explain to you guys exactly how this Target delivery worked. Okay, so what I did was I got on Target's website last night because I have to start taking antibiotics today, a whole new set of antibiotics. I took amoxicillin for 7 days a week ago, and now I have to start a different antibiotic for the bacteria in my mouth. This is all through the dentist, since, you know, I did the scaling on the right side, and on Monday I'm going in for the left. So I have to start these new other antibiotics. And I was told that I need probiotics while taking these antibiotics, because those antibiotics will basically destroy your whole system. The probiotics will help at least keep things regulated gut health wise and all this other stuff. So I need to take them today. So I ordered Target delivery yesterday. Let me explain why I have Target delivery. So Target was doing this thing where if you had a Target card, you could get their Target Circle something or other, I don't even know the real name of it, for $99 a year. And what that did was it gave you same day delivery, free deliveries, priority pickup, free shipping if you're ordering from their website that had to be shipped to you versus dropped off from like a driver or whatever. And so I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not paying $99 for that shit. That's not worth it to me. Then when I didn't sign up for it, Target was like, hey, what if we only charge you $49 for it? And I was like, still, no, don't want to do it. And then Target got desperate, and they're like, listen, lady, we'll give it to you for free for a year. Just sign up for it. And I was like, well, you know what? If it's free, let me see exactly what it does. So I said, okay, let's take it. So I signed up for their Target Circle, whatever, for a year. And so last night I remembered that I had it. I was like, let me order for delivery to see if it can get delivered this morning. And sure as shit, that's what they did. So I order online, and when I order online, it doesn't say anything. It just says, you know, your order has been placed. They charge you an extra 25% on your card just in case they have to make substitutions for what you ordered. That way there's wiggle room, right? And I'm like, that's fine. And then if they don't make any substitutions, they charge you for whatever your actual total is that it's supposed to be of what you picked, right? So I'm like, that's fine. So then I get the email that my Target order was placed and it will be delivered today. And I'm thinking, and I don't know why I thought this, but I'm thinking it's going to come from a Target employee. Don't ask me why this is how I thought this was going to work. I should know better given how Walmart does their deliveries, and same thing with like Uber Eats and Grubhub and stuff like that. But for some reason, I thought it was going to show up in a Target car. Maybe because Chick-fil-A does their own deliveries. They have a Chick-fil-A car. A Chick-fil-A employee drives it from, you know, the restaurant to the location. Although, can you really call Chick-fil-A a restaurant? Probably. Anyway, so I assumed it was going to be a Target employee and a Target car making my Target delivery. And I was like, all right, this will work, right? But then this morning, y'all, I get a text message, okay? And I'm going to show it to you guys so you can see it. I tried to squiggle out the stuff that didn't really matter. But this is the text message I get, this top one up here. And it says, it says from Shipt, S-H-I-P-T. Your shopper, Denarius, is on the way to Target. If you need to contact them about your order, you can reply to this message. And then it has a track your order progress, right? And I was like, oh, what is Shipt, right? So I go to look it up. And this is what I found out, which a lot of people may not realize that this is how this works, because I was not aware that this is how Target was doing things. So Shipt is a company basically like an Uber Eats or a DoorDash or whatever else that partners with a variety of retailers to provide same-day delivery services for groceries, household essentials, and other products based on available information. These are the companies that Shipt services or works with. They've been working with Target. That's their parent company. So Target is Shipt's parent company since 2017. But they also work with Costco. They work with CVS, HEB, Harris Teeter, which I used to love Harris Teeter. It was a South Carolina thing. My Nana lived there and we'd go to Harris Teeter all the time. I haven't seen one in forever and a day. I don't even know if they still exist anywhere here in the South. Jewel, Osco, Kroger, Lucky's Market, Mayer, I always say it wrong, not on purpose. Office Depot, Office Max, Publix, Safeway, Shaw's, and Star Market. I don't know what that one is. Winn-Dixie, ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, and I like how I say spirits, is liquor, boo-boo. Lidl, Lowe's Foods, Piggly Wiggly, I love Piggly Wiggly, King Soopers, Bed Bath & Beyond, Anyway, that's not a thing. SquirrelTribe and Best Buy, and it says these retailers partner with Shipt to offer delivery through its platform, which customers can access via the Shipt app or website. Blah 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 blah. Right? So then I'm like, oh great. So it's going to be a third-party delivery. That's fine. At least Target employees are going to get my order. And then I looked back at the text that they had sent, and I was like, wait a second. Target is not going to get my order, because then the next text that came through said, Denarius has finished shopping and will be on their way to deliver your order soon. And I was like, why did Denarius finish shopping? I assumed, again, you know what happens when you assume, as out of you and me, more me than you though, that a Target employee, because Target got the order, I weirdly assumed that Target employees would go pull the order and then hold it back behind the counter, just like you do with DoorDash, Uber Eats. It's not like the Uber Eats guy goes in the back of Chipotle and fixes your bowl and then delivers it. No, they go to the front. It has already been put together by an employee of Chipotle. They go, here's my order number. They take the bag and they leave, right? I assumed Target was going to do the same thing. I assumed Target was going to go pick the order, pull the order, whatever, and have it back in their little section for online order pickups and deliveries and whatnot. That's not the case. Denarius somehow, not 100% sure how it works, gets the orders either sent to his phone or goes to Target and tells them that, he wants to do a delivery. I don't know exactly how it works. And then he goes and picks all the stuff. Now, some people might not like that, especially, let's say, ladies, you're ordering tampons, you're ordering Vagisil, you're ordering lube, you're ordering whatever else. And Target carries toys now, so heaven forbid you decide to get something that requires batteries delivered and you have Denarius going through picking up all your unmentionables for you. That can be awkward for a lot of people. I don't know why I feel differently that it would be a Target store employee. Probably because they have to put those things on the shelf, so they're seeing it every single day, so it wouldn't be as weird. This is how my brain works. I don't really know how to explain it to you. But so then I go back over and I'm looking for more information, because I'm curious how really all of it works. And so I'm like, okay, are Shipt drivers like W-2? Are they 1099? Like, are they a Target employee? No, they're not. They are 1099. So they get their independent contractors. Even though Target is Shipt's parent company, they are still looked at like an Uber driver, a Instacart person, whatever. They are 1099, which means Target technically pays them, but they don't withhold taxes. So the Shipt drivers have to make sure that at the end of the year, they've saved enough to pay their taxes, because Target isn't holding any of them. And it says here that Shipt does not withhold taxes from their pay, and drivers are responsible for paying their own federal and state income taxes, as well as self-employed taxes or self-employment taxes, which is 15.3% for Social Security and Medicare. This is in 2024 though. Those numbers could change 2025. They must also make quarterly estimated tax payments if they expect to owe $1,000 or more in taxes annually. So this is something good to know for anybody who's contemplating being a 1099 driver for Shipt or Uber Eats or Grubhub or whatever else. And so then I was asking, if you work for Shipt, which is Target's company, right? Can you also Uber? Can you also Grubhub? Can you also do all these other things? And according to everything, yeah, they're independent contractors. They can work for 5, 6, 7 different companies all at once, going in and picking up orders, whether it's food, shopping for you at Target, shopping for you at Costco or Lowe's or wherever else that they deliver from, right? And they can just be doing a whole slew of stuff, which I guess is a good thing for these 1099 drivers who don't want to be stuck with just, okay, I have one delivery today, now what? So here's the thing. Then I'm thinking, okay, well, this person's going to come deliver this, and so they're going to need to get in touch with me so they can get into the neighborhood. Somehow they got in the neighborhood without getting in touch with me. I don't really know how that works. And then they drop it off at the front, and then they leave a they leave a picture just like Amazon does. So it shows here, order placed, order claimed, shopping complete, on the way delivered, and he takes a picture and of the bag outside the door. I fully expected, this is where my issue came in, and this makes me sound like a raging ass, and I don't mean it to be, but this is where my issue came in. I was like, oh wow, since it's a 1099 delivery driver, they're gonna want a tip. So I'm expecting the doorbell to ring and then be like, you want your bag, give me money, because we keep seeing all these videos all over social media, specifically TikTok and Instagram and YouTube shorts and stuff like that, of delivery drivers who will throw your food on the ground because you didn't tip them what they thought you should tip them, or people who won't pick up your order and deliver it because a tip wasn't left. When I placed my order on Target.com, It did not ask me for any tip or anything extra. So again, I assumed it was going to be a Target employee that was making the delivery, not a 1099 person. So then when it shows that they delivered it and they left, part of me felt guilty for not giving this person a tip. So then I'm like, okay, well, obviously Target must pay them well enough to not require a tip, whereas places like Uber Eats and Grubhub and stuff like that don't really do that. These people work off of mostly tips over anything. There's still, you know, money that paid by the rest, but it's not the same at all. So I just wanted people to know. I know some people shop at Target, some don't. It kind of depends on what you have option-wise near you and things like that. But for those of you who contemplated ordering through Target for same-day delivery, I just wanted you to know exactly how it works, because it's not a Target employee picking up your order, and it's not a Target employee delivering your order. It is a third-party person. And I just think it's interesting and that everybody should know. I really quickly just looked up how much Shipt people get paid, because now I'm curious. It says Shipt delivery orders, including those delivering for Target, are paid based on a per order model rather than a fixed hourly or yearly salary. And then the breakdown is per order pay. So according to this, Shipt's pay includes a base pay of $5 per order plus an additional amount based on factors like order size, distance, and effort. The previous pay model that they called V1 included a 7.5% commission on the order total, but since 2020, Shipt has used a less transparent V2 algorithm that considers effort, miles driven, and item count. Average earnings per order typically range from $10 to $17 before tips, where again, it didn't give me anywhere to tip this person, and he didn't ring the doorbell or anything. With promo orders potentially paying $20 to $30, tips, which drivers keep 100% of, can significantly boost earnings, often adding $5 to $10 more per order, which, I mean, makes perfect sense. Now, there are some that do hourly, I guess. It says Shipt advertises potential earnings of up to $22 an hour, but actual hourly pay varies widely. Most drivers report averaging $12 to $20 an hour, with some in high demand areas like Jersey earning $20 to $30 an hour or more by batching multiple orders. And then it says top earners in rare cases report making $100,000 annually. You would have to drive sun up to sundown 7 days a week, I think, to make that kind of money with them. But that's crazy to me that there's a commission on the order. That's an interesting one to me. But again, it says tips, but this person didn't ask for a tip. Nothing got shipped or texted out on how to leave a tip for the person. Do any of y'all work for Shipt? Just out of curiosity, wherever you happen to be here in the good old US of A, north, south, east, west, doesn't matter. Do any of you drive for them, or have you driven for them? And can you give a little more insight into the comment section for everybody else who's kind of curious exactly how it works for you to get a tip if they're not sending anything out for you to tip them? But also, and again, this is why I sound like an ass, me assuming it was going to be through Target, I never would have thought to tip. I don't know what that makes me, but we have become such a tip everybody culture that I think when we don't tip people for any little thing they do, we're supposed to feel guilty about it, which is why I kind of feel guilty about it. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, I shouldn't have to tip every single person for every little thing that's done, right? It's that weird line of yes or no there. Anyway, Squirrel Tribe, now you know about Target delivery orders. In case you didn't know, now you know. The more you know. Rainbow. There you go. That's it. I love y'all immensely. I'll see you a little bit later. Bye-bye.